new game. We're going to have to overwrite our previous game. Oh. Nobody will know in 2018 if we ever saved Hyrule. This is it. You ready? You ready? Overwrite previous save data. I don't even know how many shrines I got or anything. I think I'm just going to have to... I'm just going to have to do it. I'm just going to have to hit the button. 2019 has started off fantastically well. Guys, thank you very much for being here. We're going. We're going for it. This is it. 2019. Nintendo presents 150 to 200 hours in the games. God, it's true. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Happy New Year, Gambit. How's it going, bud? Thank you for the stream. Thank you guys for being here. You're awesome. Okay, get behave. I actually might need to go get a drink. Open your eyes. Open! Flashlight blind.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes. I can't remember who acts her. Who is...
Open your eyes.
Oh, who are you? You're really famous.
Wake up, Link.
You're famous for other reasons, though. She's a famous voice actress. I can't remember why. Can't remember what she did. Going to bed and watching on TV so I can not just emote spam. Okay. That's fine. Watching you on TV. Rob, thank you, man. I appreciate it. This is a good game to watch on TV, so hopefully you enjoy. What a weird bath we just took. How long was I in there? I was out. I was hearing voices. There was some weird lady talking to me. Oh, hey, Avatar Tree. Nice to see you. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's sprint. Jump is X. And I can control my camera. God, it's been so long since I've played any of this sort of stuff. Whew! Is the sound okay? Can you guys hear it okay? Do you need me to change the volume at all? I'm just want to make sure that we're not, like, having a problem. I know this is a very quiet room to be asking that question.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
How long were we asleep? How long was I out? Imagine if his hair was really short before he got in and it was just like... That's how long he's been in there. His hair has grown. She was the one that put it in like a... in a little braid thing or whatever. In a scrunchie. Chests! I think this is for owning the DLC. Or maybe it's not. Maybe not. This might just be standard. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna take some getting used to, but we'll get there. A was drop, R was throw. Yeah, I dropped it when I hit what I thought. Oh, that's not R. Well done, Gid. You hit RZ, you melon. Okay. There is going to be a lot of trying to remember how this all works, so Once we get that sorted, you guys will see a master lord.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal.
There's one thick link. Tell me about it.
That will show you the way.
2018 recap of the DVD dev team posted. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Sheikah slate confirmed. Opening door. Door broken.
Link, you are the light.
You are the
Our light.
Oh.
That must shine upon Hyrule once again.
Damn right we will.
Now go.
I will, once you let me move. Thank you. I'm trying to grab my arrows and they don't exist. It's like, huh? Or a sword. Yeah, sorry for my sword. Okay, so this is jump. Sprint is this. Okay, so the buttons seem a little confusing again. But again, I think that's just one of those things. So pretty. If you guys have never played a Zelda game, I would absolutely advise you to do so. Put some clothes on. Good point. We'll do that. Beautiful. Alright. Tree branch! Damn right. I can attack by launching it. I can't remember what button. This button? There we go. Okay. Remember there are attack buttons. Highly in Shroom, it's highly unlikely that we're going to need that one. Am I right? Okay, good. Bring in the frogs! You can change weapons quickly. Press and hold. Okay, so that's really good to know. That's something we're definitely going to need to be able to use. It's so Ghibli. Quality scenery. Ah, oh, tell me about it. It's so delicious to look at. Delightful. The frames, obviously, because it's on Wii U, will probably be a little bit like from time to time. But I really wanted to play this immediately as soon as it came out, and this was I got the Wii U on like a cheap deal back in the day. If I ever do have the luxury of being able to afford a Switch, then I would love to play it on there too. So I wanna rock. Whee! And there it goes, rolling for eternity. Bye-bye, Rock. It was nice knowing you. We looked into our hero's eyes as he stared out into the blue abyss. The land. Blazing sun down upon his shoulders. I should have said the land kissed by sunlight. That would have been
Link.
nice. Link.
Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
He was hearing voices when he was trying to have a moment, and that really confused him. In the distance, he saw a big massage table, like one of those jacuzzis that you get with the and he thought, maybe I'll go there someday. That would be fun. The spire of a tower in the distance as he looks at the flying V formation from the Mighty Ducks, a film from the 90s that many people won't get the reference to. And so they continued on their journey together. Him and his might and his courage. And also the narrator guy. We can climb this tree. Yes, we can. Can I take these? Yes, I can. Apples. Just grabbed a Switch, now trying to afford Breath of the Wild. Oh, do it. We don't trust you yet, old man, so I'm just going to grab this, just in case, you know. I understand that this may or may not have been yours, but now it's mine. Okay. Just watch yourself, okay? Just watch yourself.
Ho, well met, stranger. It's rather unusual to see another soul in these parts.
Who are you?
Me? I'll spare you my life story. I'm just an old fool who has lived here alone for quite some time now. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this?
Where are we?
Answering a question with a question. That is fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. I shall stand up now for dramatic effect.
Hey Dax, how's it going, bud?
That temple there. Long ago, it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. I shall be here for some time. Please let me know if I may be of service.
I've heard about you, old man, and I don't think we need your services, thank you very much. We've listened to enough Starbomb to know what you want to get into.
It's dangerous to go alone, take this. I beg your pardon. I do believe that is my baked apple. You can't just go about taking whatever you please, you son of a bitch. Why, that's my woodcutter's axe too. How dare you? Forgive me, I could not resist pulling your leg. Not the third one that would get me in trouble, just one of them. Please help yourself. An apple and an open flame make for a succulent treat.
Well, that's very nice of you to say. I appreciate it. I'll try not to set myself on fire this early in the game. A torch!
Huh? Well then, you just help yourself to that torch there. And how, may I ask, are you planning to use it?
To set things on fire. To set things on fire.
That is rather unnerving. Please be cautious with that around any dry grass that might catch fire. I am also the warden around these parks, and the animal and wildlife sanctuary have really entrusted me with not leaving random flammable torches lying around. You know, there are plenty of monsters in this area. That torch would make a good weapon, if needs be. However, do not just swing it around without purpose. You must face your opponents and lock your sights on them, then slay them from the inside.
Lock on. Effective for targeting. So that's LZ that we'll be using for that.
Wonderful. Don't know why I just went into Professor Oak, but we did.
Isn't that third leg where the candy comes from? Ew. Don't be like good. Don't be like that. He might have candy. You guys. How do I set this alight? There we go. Beautiful.
Thank you, old man. Now let's progress.
Now we have our own fire. Ha ha! We have bested you. Now we must make sure that we don't set any of the grass alight, because that would be a real shame if something were to happen to this poor grass that appears to be in the area. Oh no!
Oh dear, I was just keeping warm and couldn't make a fire of my own.
I don't know why I'm still doing his voice, but our voice. Just keeping warm and wanted to make a fire of my own.
No, don't burn that. That's my medicinal crop. You have made me very high. This is a problem. For I am an old man. Where am I supposed to go out and get more of this?
Okay, let's climb this tree. Bird egg! A fresh bird egg necessary for making dishes such as omelettes and crepes. You may snag them from a bird's nest if you're sneaky. Nutritious and delicious. Perfect for cooking. Also, the bird eggs are pretty cool too. Alright. You know, guys, if this goes well, I might upload these to YouTube as well. And do them as episodes. So if you would like to see that, I can absolutely upload them like as we do the streams as well, so that you can follow along with the story even if you miss out on an episode. So sometimes it can be horrible trying to watch a VOD back and you don't remember where you are positionally and stuff. It's like, whereas I think that would be cool. So it's up to you guys if you would like to see something like this on YouTube. Let me know. I'm going to try and do more. I'm going to try and get stuff on YouTube a bit more, just so I can have that to look back on, you know, when I'm a bit older and stuff as well. So,
but babies are against TOS.
There's babies. Oh, in the eggs? Oh no. Your voices are amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, there's a sword down there. Oh, whoops. Yep. Okay, that was the scope button. Is that the sword? And by the sword, I mean the sword? Also, I've just realised my sensor bar isn't, like, on the top. I think it fell down probably, like, a month ago, and I didn't realise. So this might make it a bit more difficult to fire arrows effectively. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly pause the stream. Because I need to go get a drink anyway if I'm going to do voices. I realise that. Should have done it before. I'm gonna go get a drink very quickly, and then we'll continue with this just after this very short break. Okay? I'll be back! Did my playlist end? Of course it did. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize as soon as I left it would be like, okay, that was it's the end of that chapter. Alrighty. Almost knocked my water onto my keyboard. That would also be a GG. That's why I filled mine up in my trusty water bottle. Okay, let us continue along the marvelous path. Thank you very much for the follow, Dire Wolf. Very sweet of you. All right. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. Now I remember. The temptation is incredibly strong to just leap off of this into the water. I think we might just have to do it. There is a fish down there, though, and he looks very suspect. Let me just get out my trusty woodcutter's axe for no apparent reason. Fishy! I'm eating well tonight. Forgot to jump. Oh, hello. Yeah, you found me. You're not hostile, but you can see me? I didn't know you can't get sea children of the forest. Well, if you wanted to ask to, please return this to him. A Korok seed. This small seed was given to you by a Korok. It has a distinct smell. If you gather a bunch of them, you never know what may happen. They may end the world. Oh, my friends are hiding in lots of different places, too. Please don't be shy about poking your nose in suspicious places. Especially that old man up there. Please don't talk about the woodcutter like that. Oh, I should really be, There we go. Remembering this button scheme is a little confusing, I'm not gonna lie. But we will definitely get back into it. The Master Sword! Rusty Broadsword. Good old disappointment. This once fearsome sword has seen better days. It can do some damage in the right hands, but also breaks quickly. Alrighty. Now that looks very breakable. I need to remember what jump is. Dash is X, that's that button, Gid. GG, Melon. Alright. So that's that button, and I can throw my axe. Jump. Jump is the X button. Okay, so that also is dash in water, so I can't do that. Why jump when you can slide? I don't have a shield. I can't slide yet. Otherwise I'd be sliding. Now, we could go down there. There do seem to be some moblins. Or we could go up here. There also seem to be some moblins. We're gonna go up here. Is there anything on top of Nya? I was gonna say I really should have put that away. Oh, I see thee. Those pesky, pesky people in the distance. Can I crouch? Yes. Oh! You don't see anything. Shh. Okay, I may have angered the horde. Oh, they're surrounding me. Yo, get away from me. Oh, this has sparted him into the water. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, if I get my sword out. Oh! I really have forgotten how to play this game. It's a shame, but... A spear. Okay, we can't carry any more melee weapons, so let's get rid of some of these sticks, which we really don't need. Just drop these quickly. Pick up the spear. Didn't mean to throw that. It's not going to go well for its durability. Whoop! Wrong button. Oh no! No! I said it's... No! It was going so well. No, I've set the forest alight again. No! This time it was unintentional. Bokoblin horn. So they're not moblins, they're bokoblins. I forgot. GG. What do we got here? A pot lid! Block when using a one-handed weapon. So there we go. So I can use it, a pot lid, as a shield. Thought I might be able to break that. It's not the case. And I think, if I remember correctly, that they've got something cooking. Here we go. Some seared steak. We'll take it. Absolutely. What else we got going on here? A spicy pepper. Ooh! Oh, we could cook ourselves something nice up. But I can't remember if we can cook here. Let's see if we got a torch out. Okay. Can I... Can I cook? Wrong button. Alright. We're gonna get this. We'll get this down. Hold. Okay. So that's the way to do it. So we can hold items from our inventory. We can hold more than one. So we could add 5 Hylian shrooms together. And then cook them all at once. And that should make us a slightly heartier meal. So we've got a mushroom skewer there, so we've just saved some inventory space in that regard by being able to make a skewer for 5 hearts rather than... I say saved in inventory space, but you know what I mean. So realistically, if I hold 3 of these, because I only have 3 hearts at the moment, then I'd be able to go back to full health without having to eat half a heart every time. Half a heart's worth of mushroom. So we're going to prep that. Look at me being prepped. Easy. Mushroom skewer. And bird eggs. So let's try cooking an omelette, shall we? Now we could try and add some peppers to it. Have a peppery omelette. Spicy pepper omelette. But yeah, as you combine different items of the cooking in this game, you can gain different things. So for example, our omelette there gives us 7 hearts back, if we need 7 hearts. And it also grants low-level resistance. So basically, if we're cold, we can have 9.5 minutes of not being as cold. Which is pretty awesome. And it will come in handy in the future. So we're just gonna put a few of these things together as well, just so we can have that cold resistance if needs be. And also there are specific recipes as well. Spicy simmered fruit. There are specific recipes as well that you can check a meal's ingredients by selecting it from the recipe. I just sorted my food inventory. I don't quite remember. But yeah, we'll get there eventually. This is this is actually one of the only open world games that I've legitimately played. Are things from the Zelda franchise. Not really been one of those people that plays like Fallout and stuff. I don't know if you guys are into anything like that. But the Temple of Time. Ooh. Also, the music in this game is just beautiful. Sir, if you would please leave me be. Played Fallout 4? How did you find it? Played 76 for like 3 days. I've heard some people are not exactly fans of Fallout 76. I think ultimately, unless it's a huge ploy, which I don't think it is, unless Blizzard have gone, okay, well, hey, Fallout 76 is going to be very similar, if not exactly the same as Fallout 4, so that everybody is then like, ah, man. But then as soon as the new Elder Scrolls comes out, people will be like, whoa, you know? And then they make a better Fallout after that. But personally, I think it's just that they really thought everyone wanted to play on an online market. And everybody wants to play with their friends online, and it's like, that's not what Fallout was about. Like, in terms of the people that I've seen play Fallout anyway, were all doing it because of the enjoyment of discovering things and being able to hear all these stories from the various NPCs that you come across, and to kind of take that away in Fallout 76 has just not worked out for them. It's backfired, so... But I'm sure they'll listen to what people are saying and find a way to move forward from that. A traveller's bow, a small bow used by travellers for protection. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it can be used to attack foes from a distance. Awesome. Bows are sweet. We don't actually have any right now, so... Mostly disappointed about... Oh, Bethesda? My apologies, I said Blizzard there. Bethesda's behaviour around Fallout 76. Then reports of it itself. It's like they're trying to be EA or Activision. That's what... when that's what everybody goes to them to get away from. Yeah, it does seem like they've kind of tried to establish themselves in more of a mainstream or... yeah, a mainstream pattern, when realistically that's exactly what you said. Like, people were trying to get away from that kind of thing. Removing NPCs was a bad idea. They didn't think everyone wanted to play online. They wanted everyone to play online. See, that's clever as well, actually. A clever way to look at it. Thanks for stopping in, I appreciate it, Sign. Yeah, I hadn't really considered that. They want people to play online rather than people wanted to play online, and that's why it's backfired as well. Which is, again, I think, a very legitimate statement in that regard. And again, I really hope they don't make the same mistake with Elder Scrolls. But we'll see. Okay, right, let's go up here. We'll check out what's going on. We are at the Temple of Time. It just looks very different to the way we remember it. That's for sure. I have Fallout 4, but I haven't played it yet. I see.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I tripped over your shoe.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's why you were laughing on the way in.
Happy New Year, good.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. My parents are cute. The goddess statue. The goddess statue smiles upon you. Lovely. Thank you. I appreciate being smiled upon. Yeah, I think my parents went to the cinema today and they went out for a meal as well, so it's nice to see them doing things for themselves and having a fun time. Okay, right, let's see if we can... I'm pretty sure this is a... climb section, from what I remember. I just don't know if I need to be here yet. But we'll try and climb our way up. We want to get to the top of this section here. And again, you don't want to use your stamina in terms of like hopping or jumping up ledges really far for no reason. You wanna make sure you're doing it for a reason when you're using it. Yeah, I honestly, for me, I just have never been in a position where I've wanted to play sort of solo games. The games I've enjoyed playing in the past. Ooh, that was dreadful. The games I've enjoyed playing in the past on my own, because there are 4 of us siblings in that regard. There's 4 children, and we always used to play multiplayer games together. So for me, the only game I realistically played a lot of was Final Fantasy X. That was like one of the only games I'd play alone that I was allowed to sort of enjoy as my own story, and have something to do. But even then, it was trying to find the time for that stuff, you know. I don't know if I should be climbing up this bit, but this is what I'm going for. This is what we're attempting right now. Okay. We can just get on the roof. That's a smarter move. Do we want to go across there? We're going to go up. Oh, I'm not very good with heights. Honestly, I'd be struggling with this right now. Okay. Soldier's bow. A bow designed for armed conflict. Inflicts more damage than a civilian bow, but it will still burn if it touches fire. Okay. So you can switch bows as well as you can... Which button did I need to hold? Not that one. That's the way to do it. Okay, so you have to click the button for your bow to come out first. And then do that. I might be up here too early. Honestly. I may have climbed up here a little ahead of when I should have done. However, we know we can get up here now, so... What we'll do is... try and find a way down that isn't going to leave me with no ankles. Maybe we can go the inside way. Oh, that's risky in itself. I already feel nervous now trying to make jumps that I'm not prepped and ready for. Ooh. Ouchies. Okay. Part of the issue is that people who are in charge now are trying to expend the goodwill that other people who previously ran the company built up. The people selling under the name aren't the people who made us love the name. I understand that. That's actually another great way of putting it. There's certainly a lot that goes into people investing in a company and trying to, you know, it's a business at the end of the day, and people are trying to make bank. And if you have spent a lot of money on essentially trying to make that based on a franchise tag or a brand name, all that stuff, if that doesn't work, then you need to assess it and be like, hang on a minute, like what is it that we've done wrong? Why has this happened? Why are the fans rejecting this viewpoint? And I think that's what Breath of the Wild did really well. Just moving slightly away from Fallout, is the fact that they turned around and said, hey, this game isn't finished yet. This was supposed to come out, I think, 6 months to a year earlier than it did. And they were like, hey, we need to delay this. Like, we really want it to be a good, complete, finished game. And right now, we wouldn't be offering you that. And that's what they did. They changed it. It was delayed. It was... they spent time working on it to make sure it was all fixed, and then gave us this product. And personally, I was very, very happy with the fact that they chose to wait. It shows a lot of... It shows the mentality. I said that right 3 times. The mentality to the approach towards the game was, we want to make a great game, and if we make a great game, it will make great money, rather than just going, hey, let's send this out because we need to, and then it will make some money, and then people will be like, yeah, but this isn't finished, or that isn't fixed, and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, there is definitely a lot of companies and studios that do go, hey, right, let's... I mean, the idea of quote-unquote jumping on the bandwagon has definitely existed for a long time in every business. But I think when PUBG became what it became, which was, you know, sort of revolutionary in terms of that market, being like, hey, okay, we've got ourselves I still don't have any arrows. We have ourselves a winning combination, basically, of people wanting to play with each other and also being able to play on their own. And being able to do essentially what people had been looking for, which was, you know, sort of squad stuff and hanging out and quickish games, but they feel like they have value. They absolutely nailed it. And what did Call of Duty do? Immediately they were like, right, we're gonna make our next one, you know, Blackout, and that will be that same stylized, I can't remember what they're called, I'm so sorry. That type of shooter. It's like a survival thingamabob. I'm sure somebody can help me out with what kind of game PUBG is and stuff. Seem to have the same soul even if they don't have the exact same guidance. I'd agree with that too. Battle Royale games, thank you. Yeah, thank you. My brain couldn't remember the name. But yeah, Battle Royale games, when they came in, they hit the market. And of course, I mean, another great way of looking at it is, I say PUBG, but PUBG was just the beginning. And then Fortnite came along and people were like, hey, you know, this is a sort of stylized, cartoonish version of the same mindset, or the same game mechanic. And obviously then I think PUBG, didn't they try to sue Fortnite? That whole thing went down. And this then developed into one of the biggest selling games of all time. And I can't remember how long ago it was now, but Fortnite at one point, based on their in-game cosmetics, were making $230 million a month. Just off of people buying in-game cosmetics. Can you imagine that? $230 million in 1 month. So they hit the proverbial jackpot, I guess. They pretty much just hit the jackpot. So a shield, a better shield. There we go. Arrows. We did it. Can I drop these in a quick manner? Is there a quicker way of dropping these? Apart from, like, launching them, maybe? Oh, whoops. Let's see. There we go. You had to see a king or queen risk themselves in a battle royale. True. We haven't gone that far yet. I don't think people are so busy being hyped about stuff like Rome Total War and like all those sort of games that I don't know if we'd ever have like an actual battle royale. Happy New Year, Jude. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming and stopping by and listening to me ramble, basically, whilst we play this game. It's been a lot of fun so far. It's a very chilled out environment, as you guys can tell. It's like a very different vibe to when I play other things. But yeah, I'll definitely see if I think this is good enough material for us to put on YouTube and give people the opportunity to come and enjoy the entirety of this playthrough that we do. So I wish I sold in-game cosmetics for $230 million a month. I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel the same way. Hope this year will treat you better than the others. Thank you, I appreciate that. I hope you have a good 2019 as well. But for those of you, if you are tuning in, it's just turned 1:30 New Year's Day. So, New Year's morning. What a strange nap. We just keep getting knocked out. That's all we figured out so far. Great Plateau Tower. I think I speak for everyone when I say, damn it, Link, stop breaking Hyrule. It's been here, what, 2 minutes? Come out of like a weird water cave. And then summoned a giant mountain tower. Well then, we have ourselves a map. Regional map extracted. Blech. If we're talking DVD, my favorite regional exclusive. I like the Golden Fangman outfit.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years.
What? Rumpelstiltskin?
When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end.
Shit. I'm hungry. Please satiate me.
Now then. You must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
Can someone look up this voice actor? I can't remember who she is. The one who plays Zelda. I watched an interview of her talking about how she prepped herself for that kind of thing. Oh goodness, that was terrifying. Oh, still not good with heights. There we go. We got a comfortable rhythm. We did it. Hyrule is saved. He kind of looks like the abominable snowman from Monsters Inc. right there.
My. It would seem we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like it have erupted across the land, one after the other.
That was the word, another.
It is almost as though a long dormant power has awoken quite suddenly.
Do you know anything about that?
Long dormant power?
Awoken suddenly? You're looking pretty fishy. No, we know nothing about it.
If you do not mind me asking, did anything odd occur while you were atop that tower? You need not conceal the truth from me. Truth be told, I truthfully say truthful things sometimes. I'm a truthful guy. I saw the whole thing unfold from afar. I saw it all along. Although I could not hear anything, I did see you react as if you heard something coming from the direction of the castle. Hit the nail on the head, didn't I? That's right, I'm that voice. Did you happen to recognize this mysterious voice?
I think it's funnier sometimes, like, rather than just saying no, to, like, kind of be like, maybe. As if, because you kind of get more interesting answers sometimes from the characters. So it's like, maybe.
It seems I have some work to do as far as earning your trust goes. Remember how truthful I was a minute ago. I suppose that is understandable.
Voice acting on point, thank you guys.
I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. That was my lunch. Last Tuesday. It's a problem. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength for the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that moment is fast approaching. Truthfully, I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle?
Not really. You did just say there was a blight and stuff's gonna come down and hurt us, kind of thing.
You need not say a word. Your eyes reveal determination within. Good lad, I won't have to do it. Here on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep hills and cliffs, with no way down. If you were to try and jump off, well, no death could be more certain. Wait, what are you doing? No! Get back from the ledge! Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite another story.
Paraglider?
Oh, piqued your interest, have I? Yes, that is how you spell piqued. I didn't come soaring down here on my own feathery wings, you know. Worry not. I will happily agree to give you my paraglider, but not for nothing. Hand over all your goods and your clothes. Wait!
Old man, stop it.
Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? Have you ever heard of the story about that big dragon in The Hobbit? And, his slumber? No? Okay. Then you're gonna love this one. Off you go.
All right.
Come, Let me show you something. Sure. Don't be hasty now. Just follow me.
And then he just gets out his glider. It's like,
You're going to have to jump for it.
Elizabeth Maxwell? It might be. I'm pretty positive she did something else as well that she's like famous for. That wasn't just the Zelda thing. But I might just be... I definitely watched an interview. I think it might be Elizabeth Maxwell.
Do you see that structure there? The one with the shining, and the one shining with a strange light. It began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. You can't disprove me because you were busy going to the top of that tower. I would think such a place might house some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? Treasure for the paraglider. A fair exchange, I believe.
I don't know if we trust you, old man. It's very easy to be like, yeah, this came out of the ground and doesn't look menacing at all, and we'll trade it for some mobility, I guess. I forgot I can run. Nicely remembered. Is there a lot of English voices for anime dubs? Like One Piece and stuff. That might be why I remember who she is. I was probably looking up One Piece voice actors.
Kapow!
Oh, the shield break. Beautiful. Oh, we're in a serious battle here. I've not been really paying attention. Now we could just wait this out realistically. I think we can. Oh, I was gonna say we can collect his arrows, but not when he hits us with it. Oh! I ran directly into that one. He's overshooting. No, that one missed. It might just be breaking. Oh no, here they are. Okay. A Bokobo! Oh, that was a beautiful shot. Ding, ding, ding! Treasure! This is what, we'll just pawn this off to the old man instead. We'll keep the treasure we saw. A rupee! A single rupee. Its soft green glow puts a smile on your face. Money, he says, as he stares at the one ring of power. God damn it, Link. You really took to that Smaug storyline a little too well. Okay. See what we got? Traveler's Sword. We'll take it. No, we won't. Alright. Drop you. We really don't need this axe either. Or do we? Can you chop down trees with it? That's a legit question. I think you might be able to. Do we need to cook anything? Cook it alongside a critter to make an elixir. So we don't have any critters right now. Okay. Inventory, why? Exactly. We need to. That's something we need to work on. Is getting our inventory up. Looks like we're going that way around. Okay. This button layout feels so confusing. I think it's just because I haven't played in as long as I have. But it definitely feels weird to have the jump button where it is in comparison to the stamina button. Like the running. Woo! Woo! Okay. But thank you very much for being here, guys. I appreciate it. It's definitely interesting starting this again as well. Like, see, this is EX. I got a ruby? I think this is one of the chests. I think there are 3 chests, basically, that you get from downloading the DLC, which obviously I did, but I hadn't had a chance to play, so it was like, alright, well, starting from the beginning would be fun. But there are 3 chests that I think they give you around the plateau in different places. That might have been one of them. So that gives us a tiny, itsy bitsy little bit of help, I guess, having that extra ruby, which you could just exchange for currency. Down we go. Okay.
To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Omanu. Some other stuff I didn't get to read in time. Magnesis trial. Omanu shrine. We'll read it in post.
Sheikah slate authenticated. Distilling rune. Da, 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 da. Magnesis. Manipulate metallic objects using magnetism. Grab onto metallic objects using the magnetic energy that pours forth from the magnesis rune. Objects held in the magnetic snare can be lifted up and moved freely. Now your slate is dirty. I know! How dare they? It's just like... This is like a long tongue and it's like... Okay. So... that is the wrong button, Giddawid. This is the right button. So magnesis. How do I select you? No, I don't want to throw my sword. That button. Okay. So then we can move it up. Oh! You can put it places, it will react to various things. You could drop it on enemies' heads. You can push it away from you, you can pull it towards you. And it's all pretty fascinating in terms of just this as a mechanic in the game. So let's just, for science sake, pull this towards me a little. Oh, there we go. There we go. So I was just trying to sort of lay it on its side down here. But instead, hey Jester, Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. Go draw on somebody else's slate. Exactly. How dare they? Bring it down a little. Whoa! Whoa! Beautiful. That connection. I'm feeling. Okay, we have a monster. No, 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 no! No! No. I was gonna say, can he destroy these? If not. Nice! Ancient spring. A spring used in ancient machinery. It is light and buoyant enough to float on water. No matter how many times it's compressed, it never loses tension. Not like this. I wanted to drop it on his head, and then I thought, good, am I really prepped and ready for this? Like, am I at this level right now? Or not? See, the only other thing is usually in these dungeons, there is like a secret chest in various areas, and sometimes you need to take things with you in order to find out. Aha! Actually wasn't scripted. I didn't know where it was, but I remembered there were chests in each one. So we need to look out for that, even if we're not necessarily going to grab it. We need to know where they are so we could consider it at the very least. So how would I get up there without my paraglider, which I don't have, because I don't technically have one. We could grab the other, grab this other block, potentially. Whoop. Nailed it. Best jump ever. Could we knock the chest down, maybe? Do you think we could knock the chest down? Am I thinking too literally about this? By thinking we should build up to it? Maybe we can knock it down. Oh, whoops. Easy does it. Hey! There we go. Now we're thinking. Now we're cooking with gas. The chest is magnetic, good. You didn't even need to knock it down. You're a melon. I love that my brain didn't even think, hey, this chest might be might be magnetic. I bet these two blocks are supposed to go on each side so you could cross one without having to jump across in that regard. That didn't really make much sense, but I knew what I meant. See if my stamina button wasn't where it is, I'd be fine in jumping this. Is there another jump button? No. Yeah, I think this would be way better on like a Pro controller or something than this tablet. But hey, you live and you learn. Traveler's bow. Don't really need one of those, but it's nice to have figured out how to get the item. Always close the doors behind you. Make sure you're polite. Okay. Don't want anyone seeing what we're getting. Truth. Those effects are awesome.
You have proven to possess the resolve of a true hero. I am Umanu, the creator of this trial. I am a humble monk, blessed with the sight of Goddess Hylia, and dedicated to reading slower. With your arrival, my duty is now fulfilled. Peace out, motherfucker. In the name of the Goddess Hylia, allow me to bestow this gift upon you. Please accept this spirit orb at the cool, low price of $7.99.
That would creep me out. I'm gonna lie. If something like a spirit orb was flying at me, and I didn't know what it was, a symbol of courage given to those who have overcome the challenges of a shrine, would still be a little creepy, right? And you're like, what?
May the goddess smile upon you, as I cannot anymore.
Good old Omanu. It's probably Omano, to be fair. It looked French, like, oh. Aussi.
Ho!
Ho! Did you just call me a hoe? Oh, you're gonna have a similar voice to Omanu, clearly.
It seems you managed to get your hands on a spirit orb. Well done.
How did you know?
I'm watching you. Clairvoyance. Or perhaps just something similar. As one gets older, it can become more difficult to see what is right before one's own eyes. Usually it's my glasses. However, that which was once hidden from view can often be crystal clear. But perhaps that is not true for everyone. The appearance of these towers and the awakening of this shrine. It is all connected to that Sheikah slate you carry on your hip there.
Like, you can press him and be like, paraglider? Paraglider, please? Steal all his things.
It has been quite some time since I have seen that Sheikah slate. Long ago, a highly advanced tribe known as the Sheikah inhabited these lands. The great power of their wisdom saved this kingdom time and time again. But their ancient technology disappeared long ago, or so it is said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that survived all this time, hidden away in a shrine. That almost rhymed. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places across this land. On this plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. Sorry I'm old. Bring me the treasure from each of those shrines, and I will give you my paraglider.
That wasn't the deal. Hey, you said we'd get the shit.
Oh, well, I suppose I changed my mind. I'm sure that won't be a problem for you, for a young go-getter like you. Since I'm feeling generous, I will also teach you a trick for finding shrines.
Generous? We just did all that shit for you. We're the generous ones. You've just come along, come out of nowhere, interrupted our sleep. We've stolen... Okay, we did steal some of your stuff. Beside that, though, we did nothing. We don't need to help you.
It's always best to survey the area by looking around from a high point. Let's see here. How about you make your way to the top of that tower again?
Are you joking? Seriously?
I am afraid not, but do not worry. I have another trick to share with you for your effort. Take a look at the map on your Sheikah slate.
Alrighty.
See those blue icons? Do you know how to read? You should recognize the cave where you woke up, the shrine you came from, and the tower.
Yeah, I mean, they look like blue things on a map.
You can travel instantly to any one of those places with the Sheikah Slate.
Now that's very cool.
Or so I heard quite some time ago. Terms and conditions apply, see the site for details. I do not know if it actually works as such.
Great. So, not only have we done that for you, you now want us to get 3 more done, and you also, your reward was telling us something that might or may not work. This guy is testing our nerve. He is testing us. We had a terrible day. We just set a forest on fire, we had to fight a spider, and some rock drooled on my slate. Exactly. He does not know the hardships of what we've been going through. Opal. Opal. Anything else in here? Just this. Now, I can't quite remember what it is you can do with this. But the mechanics in this game, in terms of like, well, the physics in this game are really, really interesting and intricate. You can solve a lot of the puzzles and stuff in different ways. Where did I put that? Did it move back? It did. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so for example, if we can balance this. To be fair, I don't know if we'd be able to get on this. What would be the other? Maybe we can use this one to climb on it. Okay, hang on. This might be possible. Go on. Go on, buddy. You can do it. Oh, alright. Okay, it's possible. Right. Oh, oh. Just doing some experimental testing. Are we ready? Are you guys prepped for our flight? Take off. Houston. Take off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, baby. Houston, we have a problem. Probably should have had the paraglider first before before doing that. Oh no. But as you can see, it is very possible to create some pretty cool physics in this game, and oh no. Nice stout child, stout fox. Oh, sorry. I needed your weapon, not your head. There we go, sir. Oh, an arm. Hey Alfie, how's it going? You can find a Nintendo shirt if you go on the wall in front of the shrine at the Great Plateau Tower. I wouldn't know quite where that is. But, that's pretty cool. Alright, so we need to... Let's have a quick look at our map, shall we? By that, I mean, remember which button our map was on. You can do it like this, right? No, that's for pins. No. We'll get there in a minute. Do the start button. There you go, that would be better. Adventure log. Memories. Map. Map. Just hear it being a hard lurker. Hey dude, I appreciate it. A Keys eyeball and a Keys wing. Hopefully we can use that to cook some stuff. Okay, so we see one in the distance anyway. We can go to that one. Let's just mark it. I'm just here for the Giddawid. Oh, I don't know about that. How dare you accuse me? No. No. I just love how, like, vast it feels as well, like the entire area that you come across. And, you know, the sort of like moblins that you encounter. Again, you can avoid them, you can sneak past them and stuff like that, or you can straight up be the cause of the problem. So, neighbors are playing loud music. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So what we could do, for example, I don't know if we've got anything metallic that I could drop down there, but we could definitely like fire something to try and like wake them up or send them over here. Boom, baby! So yeah, you can get creative with it. That was beautiful. It was a lot of fun. We're really gonna need a bigger inventory, aren't we? Okay. What? What? Some bones. Didn't know dry bones was here. Okay, so we're gonna go off to this red tower that we need to find. Probably avoid that little thing for now. We can always get back there later. I think the other thing about it being so vast is the fact that it really does... I think the best thing about Zelda games is the fact that, for example, when you're playing Ocarina of Time, it manages to make you feel so welcome within like the towns and like Kakariko Village and stuff like that. You feel welcomed by the townsfolk and all that, and yet as soon as you get into a dungeon, you're on your own. That's it. You're on your own. See you later, Alfie. However, I think the interesting thing about Breath of the Wild is you start on your own, and they're like, hey, by the way, go do this stuff for me. And he's the only guy we know, and he's a random dude that we've just come across. And he's like, hey, could you go do all these various things for me? It's like, okay, I guess so. Ouch. I just really wanted that arrow. You know, but it's a very different mindset in terms of, like, you can have a very... You can still have a pretty chilled experience, I guess, experiencing this stuff for the first time, but... Oh, as I say that... No! Uh-oh! But you're kind of thrust into... You're thrust into the action immediately, and you are on your own. You have to figure this stuff out for yourself. Like, you aren't told all the control mechanics in such an obvious way. They tell you the basics, and then you have to figure it out. I love that element of, hey, here's a game, you can play it in the way you want to play it, and enjoy it. So I said enjoy. I said enjoy! Huh? Hey! There it is. We can wear a Nintendo Switch shirt. It's an expansion pass bonus that we've got. It's a rather rare find, so wear it with pride. I think the problem with wearing this with pride when I'm playing it on the Wii U is that it feels wrong. It feels really wrong. It doesn't feel fair to wear that. Feel like, oh yeah, I could. I'm probably gonna end up buying this again in HD. Thanks, Nintendo. Here we go. Shrine number 2, coming right up. And I think a big part of the original Zelda games were that, you know, I think an obvious one was that you use the item that you got in the last dungeon to aid you. Like the last weapon you got, it aids you.
To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Jabai. I said something else, but you can't read fast enough, so welcome.
Is the fact that you use the weapons that you got from previous dungeons, whereas with this, you can't really. Like, you can use anything, you find anything, you can use whatever you like, and you're not wrong for having different approaches to solving something. 90% of the time, you can find creative ways to scour the areas, to try and blast yourself into the air, all that kind of stuff. And I think it's fascinating that it allows so much freedom in this game. And I think as creative minds, it really helps give you that chance to be like, okay, you know, I can think this out my way rather than this is exactly how I have to do it. A bomb that can be detonated remotely. The force of the blast can be used to damage monsters or destroy objects. There are both round and cube bombs, so use whichever best fits the situation. That's really cool as well. Like having the 2 different types of bombs. So up on the thing to change to whichever one I want. And then that would be this button. There we go. I'm getting the hang of it again now. I don't think that was supposed to be stuck in the wall. Then you detonate it again with a hammer. Got ya. This really does feel weird playing it with this controller, when I absolutely know for a fact I definitely played it with this before. And I think it's just, again, it's getting used to it. So, your inventory is still full. How must I get more inventory slots? There's something I actually can't remember. I think you beat enough shrines or something, or you have to go to a fairy or something like that. It's like, okay, well, you can have more slots available now. But right now, we're pretty tight on space. So, anything that's a little higher in terms of attack, we're going to take. Okay, so they're like square bomb. Beautiful. Nailed it. Probably could have just got on that. What? I think the other tough thing at the moment is, like, how am I gonna defeat Ganon like this? I can barely remember the control scheme, but I managed it before, so it's just practice, I guess. Drop. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. I love this too. It's like, it's a ball. You're like, okay, well, we've just learned about being able to pick stuff up and all that, and with chests and stuff, but you can still just be like, okay, I'm going to copy what it's telling the ball to do, like what the ball's been doing. You know, it's giving you the answer without actually giving you written, sort of scripted bullshit to be like, hey, you need to do this to get it. Oh, to be fair, you can't even grab the ball. Even better. So you can't grab the ball, and you can't grab the chest either. Okay. So yeah, it's hinting at what you need to do without telling you what to do. And again, some of this stuff just isn't essential. Like, you don't have to go get that chest to complete this area. It's just an extra chest. So...
Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of the hero. In the name of Goddess Hylia, I just bestow upon you this spirit orb.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Jabaj. Tasty. We did it. That's 2. Only another 118 to go.
May the goddess smile upon you.
I don't think we'll be going for 120, like all the shrines. Certainly not all today. That would take me hours. But, you know, I just wanted to test the waters, see if people enjoyed me playing this and were actually interested in watching it as a series. And, I really love this game. I do. It is nice to sort of get away into games like this and be able to sort of experience how freeing they can be. I think that's the beauty of gaming, is that they offer you that freedom that you don't necessarily always get from other aspects of or areas of your life. I think that's why most people get away anyway, is for... Oh my goodness, look how far his range is. A lot of people use gaming to get away from things that are going on. And a lot of people use gaming to be able to feel emotions that they can't necessarily, or don't want to admit to having to face, or fears that they have to face. So they play the games that allow them to feel those feelings so that they can deal with their stuff. I think that's pretty interesting. Gid, how was 2019? Cass, it's been a lot of fun so far. Been really enjoying it. We started off the year with Bejeweled 3. So Gid, if you're ever watching this back, that was how 2019 started. Played some Bejeweled 3, just a little bit of that to have some fun. And here we are now, playing some Breath of the Wild, which ultimately I asked the chat if that was something they'd be interested in watching, and absolutely they said yes. So that's nice to be able to spend some time doing this. I don't feel any pressure from playing this as well, which is really nice. Now we could go get that and open up that region, but we're trying to get these 3 shrines done for old Santa Man. So I'm here, I promise. I'm just busy eating a grapefruit. Good to know. I have no fear when people want to lurk in streams as well, especially when it's a game like this. Because sometimes it can be exhausting to talk when you want to sit there and enjoy it. So I understand that some people just want to sit and enjoy playthroughs like this, and that's kind of the way I am when I watch people do Let's Plays or stream stuff. If they're playing a story-based game, I try not to intervene too much. But also at the same time, it's always really nice to hear people's perspectives on things. I think that's kind of the beauty of the fact that platforming sites like Twitch and stuff even exist, because they give you those options to communicate and see things from other perspectives that you wouldn't usually see. I think I love how subtle the music is in this game. It's really minimalistic of things that I remember well in terms of Zelda music, but I also wish at points that it wasn't so quiet, because it can be quite unnerving as well. And it's interesting that both sides of the there are 2 sides to the coin, and you can't help but look at both sides a lot of the time when it comes to streaming, where it's like, wow, it is quiet, or oh man, like, would I'd be listening to music usually, or doing other stuff like that. Well, whereas with a game like this, I have to commit myself to it 100,000,000%. And I think that's always the right thing for people to do. There's nothing wrong with playing music along with games like this, but it can definitely change the vibe of what you're listening to. Where was this shrine? I could have sworn there was a shrine here. Am I wrong? We're also still dying. I didn't know I was that cold. So, what we can do, so you remember we made a very nice omelette earlier. And some simmered fruit. What we will do is munch down on that. And that gives us some cold resistance for another 8.5 minutes. Pretty snazzy, if you ask me. So now we just need to make it past the cold. Survive the cold snap, which most of us have done, to be fair. Getting to, Oh, you didn't see me! Getting to this section past Christmas. But, I mean, definitely in the UK, I know it usually gets colder around this time. Oh dear. I thought I could blow that up. Whoa, the answer was no. Is there anything I can drop on it? Can I drop the boulder on you guys? Hey, now we're talking. They're still a bit alerted, probably. They're like, ah. Go, go, go. Oh, poor guy. Just landed on the one bokoblin. Boom! Boom goes the dynamite. Now we could go down there and check what loot they had, but I don't think there was much there that I could really utilize at the moment, so pretty tired and we'll probably go to bed soon. This is a relaxing way to end my evening. Well, that's very sweet of you to say. You can also do like charged attacks, I think, and there you go. Ooh. That was awesome. That's the kind of stuff I should be doing. There we go, we got another shield we can use. Oh, he's still alive? Dude, I'm so sorry. Would you like this back? I think we've lost him. Oh, there he is. He's coming back up. Amber. Damn it! I was like, maybe I can hit him from here. Come on, buddy. Oh, you look like you had good loot, but you dropped far. Here's a question for you. How many of you have actually played this game? That's something I really wanted to find out. And again, if you haven't, fantastic. Like, we get to experience it together. If you have, did you enjoy your experience? How long was your experience, I guess is the other question I'd like to know. I spent 120 hours playing this game before, just exploring and traversing. And it was a lot of fun. I really wish I'd marked this shrine. I thought I was climbing to another one, but I guess we're going to try and find here. So we're going to go to the upper point, the highest point, so that we can take a look. Oh, there's one. Good to know. Right. How many things can I mark? I guess is another question I'd like to know the answer to. If I admit how little I know about Legend of Zelda, my nerd card may be revoked. I don't think that's true.
I enjoy gazing out at the world from here. breathtaking view. This may be the best place to get a full view of the entire plateau. Did you know about the scope?
I actually did. That's the one thing I did remember.
Look through it and you can stick a pin anywhere you'd like to mark on the map.
Thank you.
The pins on the map serve as reference points for your travels. Just stick a pin in anywhere you're interested in.
How do you know?
Oh, just a few tricks I've picked up after many, many years in the wild. And after that scorpion bit me on the tush. Ooh, painful. You may take my advice or leave it.
It's the first time I've ever watched this before. Awesome.
Go ahead and take a look if you feel inclined to do so. You did very well make it up here without the proper clothing. Please take this warm doublet as a reward for your tenacity.
Well, thank you.
I assume you will want to try it on right away, yes? I thought you might be eager to see how it looks. It's quite fetching. Well, I suppose it matters not. It is yours now. Do take good care. Do take care to put it on before you get too cold, though.
So, we now own this doublet, or doublet, I don't know exactly how you pronounce that. A warm pullover typically worn by mountain folk. Its sturdy fabric and thick gloves are great at retaining body heat. So we put this on, and it helps keep us warm. So we can actually, as you can see, we have a little temperature gauge down below me. It has like cold to hot. We've managed to move it from like really cold to like possible to be up here without freezing to death. So
Have you found the remaining shrines? If you still wish to acquire the paraglider, you must do the shit I asked. So go do it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with not having played Zelda games at all. I personally just have so much love for the franchise that having people experience it is awesome. And I really wish more people had the opportunity to experience it. So Circle of Rocks always makes me want to play a song. Yeah, we still haven't done all the shrines yet, so that's why he's like, oh, I'm not going to give you stuff yet. Just want to see what is up here whilst I still have this extra cold resistance on, because I'm not positive that I'm going to be able to... Oh, goodness, okay, well, we're not going down there. So it wasn't positive that I'd be able to stay up here. But I mean, we've already made good headway in terms of getting the clothing, because I wasn't necessarily even going to go up there. It was only because I hadn't marked this shrine, so we actually inadvertently managed to get help from doing that, so that's really awesome. Again, I got rewarded for climbing somewhere that I wouldn't necessarily have climbed otherwise. So the game really does sort of encourage you to investigate things. That's awesome to hear, Jinx. Good old Spotify telling you all of the great things to listen to. So these chests that say EX on them, I don't know if... I'm pretty sure they're in the original game. Or I don't know if they're extras for purchasing the DLC. So I can't be absolutely... I can't guarantee that those will be there on everybody's runs. No thank you. Now, rather than going past these bokoblins, we could technically just climb up the mountain if we had enough stamina. And I think that's another fun thing, is that you can just approach it in a... Oh, goodness me. Oh, jeebus. Wow. Weird sort of suicide pact that they kind of had there. Like, launching that. They were like, if anybody comes up here, that's it. we're taking them out with us. The other one was like, that's not what I meant by taking them out with us. I meant a romantic meal. You've got to blow this up. Oh, stupid. Namut Shrine. That is the wrong power. I wonder. Anywho, let's check this bad boy out. Also, Twitch just welcomed me into the chat room. Thanks, Twitch. Good job, Twitch. Thanks for welcoming people. I've been in here for 6 hours. Matty, enjoy your lurk, man. Thanks for hanging out. Battle tip. If a monster is hiding behind a shield, you can bat the shield away. Okay. Good to know. Okay, I think what we'll probably try and do is finish the first, like, 3 shrines and get this paraglider.
To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Kenamut, in the name of the goddess Hylia.
He said something about trials.
Cryonis trial. Cryonis trial. Cryonis trial.
I don't even remember what I just did. Honestly. Like short-term memory when I stream. It goes that tongue again, like... Oh, not again. But yeah, we'll probably try and get the paraglider, I'd say, and then maybe stop for the evening. I'm pretty positive I will put this on YouTube, and people can stop by and tune in to watch the series. Because again, I won't probably all play this all in one go, but I will try and keep it up. Oh, that's the wrong button. Also the wrong button. There we go. Got it. You yawned and then I yawned. I'm sorry. The problem is as soon as people put the word yawn as well, I can't help it. So my apologies. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. This little bad boy looks pretty problematic. Break that. See if we can. Yeah. Ah, there's the chest. Oh, he moved away. Bubba. He's a quick one. There we go. We don't say the Y word here. No yeeting allowed. Can I put this underneath my own? Yes. Okay. That's also really good to know. I can also fall off the side like a melon. There we go. Inventory is full. That is okay. But we're starting to fill up on some good stuff now as well. I don't need 2 torches. I've been holding on to them thinking that I might need something. Not so far. Traveler's Spear. We probably don't need a Traveler's Spear, honestly. Now that I think about it. I'd rather have the torch. Because there's more stuff you can do with torches in this game. In terms of like lighting fires, throwing that fire in various places can help you probably in more ways than you can like a spear. Oh, smart. I did it, Ma. Ugh. Oh, crazy. GTA coming in with the 250. A bell rings as a shadowy creature approaches. Happy New Year! The bell rings once again as the creature vanishes into thin air. Well, thank you very much from the Wraith for popping in from DVD and coming over to Breath of the Wild to scare me at this hour in the morning. So thank you, man. Happy New Year to you too. Is there anything else down there? That was where I came in. Okay. I don't think there's anything else. We did it!
Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of a hero. In the name of Goddess Hylia, I bestow upon you this spirit orb.
I love that I've kind of given them evil voices when they're kind of monks. I really should be giving them like a nicer voice, I feel. Squeep babadoo.
May the Goddess smile upon you.
I don't know who the Goddess is, but it's apparently canon now. How did you spend ringing in the New Year, GTA? Wildlife taking shelter in the grass will come out sometimes. Yeah. We did it. There's another one done. So we can see. I love how much you can see in the distance now. With like places you can go. Things you need to visit. That's crouching. Couldn't remember the crouch button. I'm glad I do now. I probably don't need to mark those because they're so far in the distance. Look at this big one. It's huge! But we need to find that third shrine, which was over the hill on the other side. Just in time for sunrise. I almost said sunset. Oh, this looks... Oh, no. That might be across a mountain. Yeah, we were up there, weren't we? So... Oh. Happy New Day. Ah, now I know how to get this thing. So if we use our cryo, probably. How many of these can I make? Is that the other question? Not big into New Year celebrations? I understand. Right, now this could be very cold. Okay. I'm about to apologize in advance to poor Link, who might have been going in the...
Whee!
This is not going to be worth it. Whatever's in here is not going to be worth it. You know what? I'll take that. That's fine. I will absolutely take something that I can sell. In, for the amount of trouble it just caused. So you can only have 3 of these out at a time, just so you're aware. So it will break the last one. Whenever you make a new one. Okay, so now we need to go find the 3rd shrine. And I don't remember how to make my map big still. That's the button. There we go. It's literally the only other button I hadn't pushed. So we could warp back. There's a pin over there. So we could travel here and then move to that pin, maybe? Is that where I want to go, though? Or is that just... They should all be within this area. I mean, it technically is within this area. Eastern Abbey, that was a shrine. Yeah, let's walk back here and then we can take a look around from there. GG, thank you, guys. There was lots of falling off for no reason. Okay. So don't climb overhangs, otherwise you'll fall off. Because it's hard to do.
Shrine of Resurrection.
Welcome to your birth home. Come on down. It's very apparent to me, like, and I know pointing this out probably isn't the smartest idea when it comes to streaming, but like every time I leave that area, like, or do this, like, I drop a few frames, and I think that's not like I don't drop frames on my recording. It's just in game, like, because this is on Wii U rather than Switch. Like, I can already see the difference that it would make playing this on the Switch, if it were at all possible. Hello, old man.
Well, hello, so we meet again.
What are you doing?
Oh, I was just feeling a chill. A warm fire can do wonders for a weary soul. A campfire is a wonderful place to pass the time. Staring into these flames, it's easy to lose track of the hours. Oh. But please ignore my ramblings. Oh, feel free to relax here for as long as you'd like. But stop stealing my apples. For the love of Lucifer. They have been mine, not yours.
Okay. So, I could either warp there, and then get a lay of the land, which was what I originally intended, and then warp to the wrong place. However, we do still have 3 markers on our map now that we can see from here. Are 2 of those because they were already edit pins? Is that where we died? Just says rip from where we last died. That's where... Okay. that was where we tried our magnificent attempt at a problematic behavior. Okay, all right, fine. So I can delete that pin. It's not in the area that we need to be. This pin is also not. So we would need to go here then, by that logic, if that's the only other pin that I can see. There was a shrine over here, but I didn't know how to get to it. So maybe I don't go up the mountainside, but I go this way. We'll have a look. There it is. That's where we need to go. No wonder I couldn't find it. Does anybody have any New Year's traditions that they do? Like New Year's Day or New Year's Eve? Which I know obviously in America, for some of you guys, it's not the New Year yet, which is all kinds of lovely in its own way. Because being able to celebrate with multiple people is nice. Let's have it. A rush room. Mushroom that can grow almost anywhere. Prefers ceilings and sheer cliffs. Cook it before eating to temporarily increase your movement speed. Very cool. What are you? I hear something rattling around over here and it scared the living bejesus out of me. Hopefully it was like a little squirrel or something. Oh! Maybe a witch lives here. Stamina shroom. So you can get stamina from that. This person isn't in. It's the old man's house. Oh no. Because he's a woodcutter, isn't he?
The old man's diary. Don't steal my shit. On this desolate plateau, the only pleasure that brings me comfort is cooking. Today I outdid myself, truly created a perfect dish. I call it spicy meat and seafood fry. This recipe not only restores health, but it also keeps me warm, even when traveling in the snowy mountains. With this dish on my side, I no longer have the need for that itchy warm doublet.
So basically, like, I wouldn't have to wear this. I could wear a different armor when I'm eating that spicy chili recipe.
I do not know how I allowed this to happen, but it seems I forgot to write down a very important recipe. I know it contained raw meat and a spicy pepper. However, I simply cannot remember what else I used. My age is catching up to me. Sadly, on this lonely plateau, I only have my own knowledge and memory to rely on. Still, if I did find someone who knew the missing ingredient, I would happily reward them with my warm doublet. However, it seems unlikely that such a miraculous wish would ever be fulfilled.
And yet we've already done it, have we not?
We already did that.
Incredible. It was mushrooms. I don't even think we put any meat in it. We just handed him... We ripped him off. Sleep in his bed. Take all his stuff. Okay, let's see if we can craft. Make some more stuff. We do have some like critter related stuff. I think. Maybe we don't. We can have flint. Let's do like a couple of those. Can I get... I don't think putting both of them together would make a lot of sense. Stamina shroom and rush room, because I don't think I'd get the buff for both. However, better to find out now than later. So let's chuck it in. See what happens. Mushroom skewer. Okay, so I think because I added 2 different ingredients there, that it gave me like the classic rather than extra stuff. Like any sort of things that would have been better. Like the acceleration speed, movement speed bonus, that kind of thing. Oh, beautiful. Hang on. Maybe we can make a nice hearty... Alright. I'm gonna make a stamina up potion. Kind of dealio. Stamina up meal. There we go. Instantly refill some of your stamina wheel. A simple mushroom-packed skewer has its colourful presentation to thank for all its appeal. Beautiful. That's awesome. So now we could, if we're running out of stamina, I could eat that whilst I'm climbing to get my stamina back. Or if I'm running, you know, whatever I want to do, I could utilise that. Which is awesome. Hey, look. It's him again. He's everywhere.
Oh, fancy that. So we meet again. I thought this tree here might make for some good firewood. However, getting a tree to fall exactly where you want it to is quite an art. The trick is to turn your hips so that they face where you want the tree to land. So, I see you found my axe. Found? Yes. I didn't see you steal it and then set my herbs on fire earlier. Why not help me out and give it a few swings? I'm working up quite a sweat here, but these bones could use a break.
What a strange expression, isn't it? These bones could use a break. It's like, ugh. I mean, I don't want you to break your bones, buddy. I want you to be okay. Hi, I just got a Switch today. Is this Zelda worth buying? Was a big Zelda fan as a kid? Yes. Absolutely, I'd say. I'm playing this on Wii U, so it may not even look as HD and amazing as it would do on the Switch. Personally, I think you get a lot of... We were talking about it earlier in terms of... There is a lot of this which is free time and downtime. In terms of going out, exploring, all that kind of stuff, and just getting used to the world, which is fascinating within itself. And then the other side of it, which I think is interesting, is there's still elements of older Zeldas in terms of the approach to this stuff, but you can do things your way in this game. I personally had a lot of playtime out of this. This is a new game that we're playing here. We're playing again. I haven't played any of the DLC. And we just started from the beginning instead. So I sunk about 120 hours into this beforehand. But this is... my favourite games growing up were Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. And I loved playing Link's Awakening. Played Oracle of Seasons. Recently was playing the Minish Cap. So, yeah, from a fellow Zelda nerd, I'd say probably one of my favorites is Wind Waker. So if that says anything about my choice of games, then you'll probably understand why I appreciate the cell shading and stuff in this. But yeah, and I think it would be well worth the money, purely based on the amount of playtime you'd get, if nothing else, for an experience like this. And we're only in the early game right now. This is technically... We've only just started. There's only a few elements so far that we've managed to develop. But it's kind of like we're in a tutorial right now. And at the same time, it's so freeing. And we haven't... You don't have to... You don't have to be in a position where you're like, oh my goodness, I really feel like I'm in a tutorial. It's just teaching me mechanics based on experiencing and exploring the land. So, ow. Can I strafe? That's a question I haven't asked yet. Yes, I can. I could just chop this tree down, in fact. Alright, that's... okay. And again, I wouldn't have thought about something like that originally. To be like, hey, just chop the tree down. It's like, you can handle it in whatever way you want to. I could have shot them down with arrows. I could have done any number of things in that regard, so... oh, thank you, Michael. I appreciate the follow, buddy. So this, for example, my weapon is badly damaged, so what I'm probably going to do is launch it at somebody. rather than, you know, pick up something else and waste this. I'll just throw this directly at a moblin. Thank you very much, Mr. Glass, as well. I appreciate it. Thanks for the follows. Yeah, I think I like the freedom that this game gives you without telling you it's giving you freedom. Fire arrows, we'll take them. Okay, so we need to get up there. Alright, looks like we might have to go the long way. Or this way. We'll see if we have the stamina to do this. Again, I think this is just teaching us the mechanics of being like, hey, you have a stamina bar, and this is how you utilize it. And if you're trying to jump while you're using it, you're going to use up more of your stamina bar. All that kind of stuff, so... Hua! Go on, buddy. You got it. Buttons. There we go. Follow the rush rooms. But yeah, I will be, I'll probably be uploading these as episodes to YouTube as well, so if you guys do get a chance to play the game first and you want to experience that and then come back and watch me play through some of it, or anything along those lines, because everybody's playthrough can be entirely different, apart from the boss fights, but even then you can kind of completely choose on how you defeat the bosses anyway, so it's every playthrough will be different dependent on who's playing it and the way they sort of piece the puzzles together, which is pretty fascinating. Okay, we're almost up there. Which way are we going? This way, I guess? Seems risky. We could just go straight up, but that seems risky too. Everything feels risky. There we go. Yeah, let's go this way. And again, the music's just gone at this point. It's just you climbing up a cliff face. I love that they aren't fearful of doing that to you as a player. It's like, hey, you can't hear anything realistically apart from the wind. You're just here on your own. You're very aware of it, I think, at the beginning of this game. And then as you slowly start to understand that you are on your own and you're still managing to figure things out and free yourselves from the constraints of not being able to reach places or to get to places, it teaches you a lot. So in we go. So this should be our last shrine that we need to do before we go talk to Santa, basically. Again, see if we can get our paraglider, and then I think there is a very specific stopping point that we could get to. And everything should be good. So it shouldn't take us too much longer, I'd say. Maybe another 40 minutes.
To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Oadaim. In the name of the goddess. Something shrine. Trial. Beat the trial.
It's always slightly too quick for me to like read it with an effective voice. Teach me stuff, please. Sheikah slate authenticated. Distilling rune. Rune authenticated. Hello, Link. Stasis. Now this is a fun one. You can do a lot of things with stasis. Stop the flow of time for an object. Stops an object in time whilst storing its kinetic energy. The stored energy will act upon the object when the flow of time resumes. Making good use of the stored energy can move even the largest of objects. So basically what we can do is we can stop objects dead. Like just stop an item like this, for example, which will give us a chance to move the platform, move across the platform safely. And we have that little timer, and as you hit objects that are stationary, it can you can force them in different directions. So, for example, I will try and show you here. There you go. So that would be heading in that direction after the fact that I've used stasis here. So some of its momentum will be pulled in that direction. There you go. So the ball went in a different direction there. So you can use stasis to effectively hold things in place or move objects at other objects. For example, you could fire one enemy at another enemy using that kind of thing. We see that chest there, but I'm gonna have to wait for the little bar to recharge to make sure they take a boulder to the head, just in case. Oh, that was close. That was really close. Traveler's shield. We don't actually need that. We've already got a better shield. We can take a look. We could get rid of this pot lid. We don't need a pot lid. Whoops. That was not the button I wanted. Let's drop that. Traveler's shield. What was that? It was 4, was it? We take the Traveler's shield over there. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, scary. Oh, here we go. Iron sledgehammer. Now, if you want to be able to knock a big old ball out the way, then this is definitely the way to do it. You do it in style. Boom! Can effectively play golf with it. So yeah, that can be really fun to use sledgehammers and stuff to fire big rocks or boulders at places.
Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of a hero. In the name of Goddess Hylia, I bestow upon you this spirit orb.
Thank you, monk man. I appreciate it. Beautiful. Yatta! It's our 4th one. It's showing up probably behind my head, I just realised. But yeah, we have 4 of those now. It's not much that shows up in that corner, but that was one of the things. Although I say that, now there's like my 3 hearts, my thingamabob. All that jazz.
Ho! Ho!
It's okay though. Hey!
Oh, with this you have now acquired all of the spirit orbs from the shrines on this plateau. Oh, extraordinary. That means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything. But first, are you a dominant or a passive lover? Imagine an X on your map, and with the 4 shrines as the endpoints, find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there, with bated breath. Do you understand?
Old man, what the fuck is going on? I don't know, I keep making that noise for things disappearing and that. I need to stop that. It's the voice actor in me is just like going straight to that as the first thing. Okay, right, so we have this here. We have a chest in there too. We want to smash this boulder as far away as possible. We could try and smash it upwards just to see if we get a cool knockback, but at the same time I really feel like I'd smash it directly into my face. So what we're going to do is we're going to head in this direction. Then we'll just watch as it goes. Where did that go? I don't know if it like hit a wall or something, or just disappeared out of out of view. That's crazy. Traveler's bow. I mean, great. To be fair, we do have bows that are worse than a traveler's bow, so can't be too mad. Alrighty. So he said, look at our map, find out where the 3 shrines intersect, and he will meet us there. So we've got that one, and this one. That are the 3 shrines, are they not? No, this is a shrine as well. Shrine. 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 There are 4 shrines? There are 4 shrines. He said where the shrines intersect. I don't know if we were supposed to have been to one of these yet, but we did. Anywho, I think he wants us to go here. That's ultimately it. I can't quite remember the intersecting point of which shrines he wanted us to look past. But if it was all 4 of them, I think it would still intersect in the middle. We've got to go back to the Temple of Time. Go do temple-y stuff. Let's see what we can do up here quickly. Ooh, music change. Ah. So I wasn't too far away from where I thought this shrine was. I just couldn't see it at the time. It'd be all sneaky. Sneaky beaky. We could... That's right, have a little dance. Make a little love, get down tonight. Bokoblin party. Gonna do the Bokoblin dance. I guess it's probably safer to go down this way than the other way, because falling down the cliff would probably be pretty bad. Whereas this, at least I can kind of just traverse. Or can I? I think we're probably gonna have to climb. Give me the climb prompt, please. Thank you. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Don't do it. Ow. Wow, that actually kept me on the wall. I didn't know that. Oh, I can. Okay, I can let go like that. That's cool. Guys, do you really want to mess with this? I have a sledgehammer. You're a keys. Okay. Which way was down? This way. We are still children. We're dead, but we know it. That X is mocking you. To be fair, the X button is at the top. On PS4, it's at the bottom. On Xbox, it's on the left. So, it's incredibly confusing when you switch between consoles and you're like, okay. Which of these many X's am I supposed to be using? There we go. Here's where we should be. The X on the map? Oh, from dying? Yeah. I did. To be fair, that is mocking me too. You have conquered... Who have conquered these shrines and claimed the spirit orbs? I can offer you great power. It appears you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. In exchange for 4 spirit orbs, I will amplify your being. So tell me, what is it that you desire? Now this is interesting because last time, I'm pretty positive you can switch between what you want as well. So you can always come back and be like, hey, I need more of this, I need more of that. Or I guess you could make items that would help utilize that stuff. Ultimately, I'd rather put more into stamina once we've got maybe 6 or 7 hearts, I'd say. And because it's early game, we're gonna take... Oh, okay, it costs 4 to get 1. Okay, got you. Well, I mean, the extra heart isn't gonna hurt us right now. It's gonna be useful for sure, especially if I'm falling off of stuff. Okay, so every 4 we can increase our heart containers, or we can increase our stamina. So. Old man, is that you?
The blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here, quickly.
We were up here at the very beginning of the game when I forgot that I wasn't supposed to be up there until now, so... We shall return to seeing you. See, it's at this point where you're like, oh man, I picked a heart. If I'd picked stamina, I'd be able to get up there much quicker. Or much safer, I should say. But, such is the life. Link. Are you okay, buddy? Making some, making some strange moves right there. Yeah, we'll see if we can get to this platform. There was one here. Yeah. There we go. Heading out. Have a wonderful evening. Hey, you too, Cass. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a great one. Happy New Year. Alright.
Well done there, young one.
He has a voice.
Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramos Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule.
Bosphorosabopoulos?
A kingdom which no longer exists.
Oh, snap. King Rome.
The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form.
And then if you didn't like me, then you didn't like me. I get it.
Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
You know, I really wish they hadn't given them all, like, English accents and...
To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now.
Oh, snap.
Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy.
What was the prophecy? The prophecy
The
is
signs of a
foretold.
resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy
shovel.
and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors.
There was so much deforestation.
These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors.
This is actually really cool.
We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight.
Man, she looks so
chosen
good with
by
that
the
one
sword
eye.
that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path.
We've been that night as well.
We selected
were that
4
night
skilled
100 years
individuals
ago.
from across Hyrule
Not this one.
and tasked them with the duty
Ocarina
of
of
piloting
Time.
the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon.
When he accepted and sent us a
But
postcard, it was a problem.
Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining.
He borrowed my toothbrush several weeks ago. I hadn't given it back. My lord, we couldn't seal him away without that.
I was going to say about...
He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us.
Not a big fan of the voiceover for these sections.
The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, bravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon.
But I think the reason they've added the voices is because there's so
However,
much action going on.
The princess survived
Follow along.
to face Ganon alone.
She
Link, you are our final hope.
went to face Ganon all by herself?
The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
You crazy. Crazy lady. But yeah, I'm just not... I guess because I'm old-fashioned in the way of like Ocarina of Time and other stuff where they didn't have speaking characters like that. They just made sounds.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous
I kinda
knight
want his voice to
who
be
protected
different
her
as well.
right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link.
What?
You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection.
We
Here
died?
you now stand, revitalized 100 years later.
We died.
The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself.
Yo, Link,
Even now,
you dead?
as she works to
Yeah,
restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, She calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link.
But I've already asked you for 4 shrines and all this stuff for a paraglider,
I am
so...
powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon.
I like the word annihilate when it comes to bosses.
Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness.
Okay, we can do that.
Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead.
She's like,
Consult
that
the
way.
map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village.
So I didn't really need to point.
Make your way past the twin
I'm
summits
still
of the
pointing.
dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Yeah, I don't think he needed a voice. And now it goes back to not giving him a voice. I think ultimately, it was purely based on how much they fit into those cutscenes. Where they're like, if people are busy reading it, they're not going to be watching it. And I get that, I understand. But kind of the beauty of being able to read it is being able to give it its own vibe and like the voice in your head and all that stuff. And this guy's voice is just very like, okay, speak incredibly English and and you're a king. And he's not an old king though. He's not like old man king like I think he is, you know.
Go on. Here's the paraglider, just as I promised.
You know, like I'd just give him an older voice. And I really wish they'd done that. Press X while in the air to use it. Thank you. Thanks for the X button. being one of those things. Hey, we completed a quest though. It's awesome.
With that, you should be able to fly safely. To safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. I've told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Destroy Ganon. Destroy Buzz Lightyear.
Seek out Impa. So there you go. It's giving us objectives, and all that stuff. It's put it on our map as well, as to where we should be heading. That direction somewhere. The little thingamabob. So what we could do is we can mark a couple of things in this direction, and then hope that they are just on the way. This is probably the one they want us to go to. Right there. Or maybe it's beyond that. Let's just see. We've already been to that one. So, then we check our map. We're like... Oh, there it is. Okay. So I guess we can select that. Okay, and then it tells us the quest. Got you. Okay. Well, ultimately, we've completed our tutorial, I'd say, in that regard. We would want to be heading over in that direction, over yonder, to progress in our story. So I guess what we're gonna do is save, and this will be it for now. So thank you so much to everyone that's been watching. If you've been watching this on YouTube, I will have cut it down into multiple parts. This is just the end of the first stream, so if it is one long thing, great. If it's not, then it will be released in like smaller episodes. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you next time.